welcome back to another episode of the No Filter Tattoo Podcast. It's the usual game. Today, man, you know, we always got to bring in special guests. So for this episode, we got my boy Marques, a.k.a. Mark Anthony, .tattoos on IG.
Sir.
Man, we'll go ahead.
Hey.
In the background right now.
Hell yeah.
You got Bob.
Hey, man, appreciate you coming on, man. How you feeling, bro?
I feel good, bro. I feel
Yes,
good.
sir.
I appreciate y'all letting me on here, bro. Like I said, I've been watching y'all for a while, so I'm honored, bro.
Man.
Yeah,
Nah,
I'm honored.
man. So we honored to have you, bro. Like, if y'all don't know, man, he does great black and gray realism tattoos. Incorporates that 3-round liner style. If y'all don't know about that, we definitely gonna get it in depth on that too. So, but yeah, how's this year tattooing been treating you, bro?
It's been good, bro. It's definitely ups and downs, but like for the most part, like it's been pretty chill, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think mostly you just want to just keep that hustle mentality, bro. Like if you're like, you know, like there'll be days where like I won't be doing nothing, and then, you know, there'll be like a week where I can't stop working. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's been pretty chill though, bro. I can't complain.
Nah, that's the beauty of tattooing, man. Like, you can have a terrible week, but make it up in 2-3
For sure.
days. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So,
yeah.
nah, that's what's up, man.
A great weekend. That'd be your whole month.
Right.
Yeah.
The versatility is crazy.
Yeah, dog.
But yeah,
That was 2021 golden era for you. That's when the stimulus checks were coming out and stuff.
PPP era.
That was crazy, bro.
Right.
Balling out of control.
Yeah, that was crazy, dog.
Yeah.
I got my Frenchie that year, bro.
Oh,
yeah.
You a dog guy, bro?
Yeah.
What's up,
For
man?
sure.
Oh, now I think
Yeah.
about it, yeah, that's when I got ham.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's
Dog in me. I need a dog beside me. All right.
yeah, bro. Yeah, that shit was
Nah, them Frenchies, they go for
bro, I'm
Guys selling them
I
now.
was 35, bro.
Yeah.
sheesh.
Yeah. That's my dog though, bro.
So you get the show ones, they even more than that.
Yeah. Them ones with the fur on them and shit too. Them motherfuckers.
Still
Yeah.
got the French?
Yeah. That's my homie. Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
Has
that's
he
my
been
homie.
pretty healthy for the most part?
Yeah. He's been good. That's weird too, bro. Cause like they usually be having like
Oh, so they known for?
they know for health problems, bro.
Surgery. It's Medicare.
Yeah. Like I had when I first got him, he had like a whole bunch of like skin irritation and shit like that. But like I figured that shit out. Got him some medication and all that shit.
Nice.
It's weird to say for a dog, but like got him
Man,
got him
that's like
some.
your kid,
got him-
man. So
Take Benadryl. I was like, what?
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's my homie though, bro.
oh, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm glad to hear things, you know, going well for you now, bro.
Yeah.
And like you said, you gotta move with the ebbs and flows and the ups and downs. But so like every time I have a guest, man, I like to do a little research, kind of figure out their backstory a little bit. But
Yeah.
like I was saying earlier, man, you a hard dude to kind of figure out, man, because you real low key, man, on social media, on internet, which is a good thing in my opinion.
Yeah.
But you know, I like to know like what kind of like your origin story, man, how you get started tattooing. You know, give us like the quick rundown, man, how you came up in this.
So I didn't go to art school or none of that shit. I took intro to art in high school, bro. And bro, no lie, I was in there, and there was one day I remember this chick too. This girl I was sitting next to, bro. We had to do a portrait of whoever we were sitting next to, right? And you know when you do the portraits or whatever, they tell you to like do the diagram, do the lines, and make sure the nose and all that shit's lined up.
Little grid system.
I never did that shit like that. Like I just just looked at the person, just drew it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm in there doing it that way. My art teacher come to me, acting like a dick, like, yo, bro, like, why you doing like this? Just kind of like,
Like you gotta do it the way I'm.
yeah. And it kind of like, it kind of got me off of art for a little bit, bro. I was like, man, forget that shit.
What happened to me?
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy because like art posts have no rules really when you think about it. So it's
Yeah,
like,
bro.
but
And around that time, I was hooping too, bro. So like, that was like my like main thing. Like I really wasn't drawn like that.
damn. So you hooped in school and everything?
Yeah, a
Point
little
guard?
bit. Point guard, yeah, a
Shoot?
little bit.
What was,
Shoot,
drive everything?
dribble, yeah, bro.
Okay, that's what's up,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, bro. Like, after I graduated, bro, I was like, yeah, this shit ain't going nowhere. So I got figured. I had stopped drawing for a little bit. Got back into it after I graduated. My my girl at the time, her sister ended up getting into it with their mom, ended up getting kicked out, or whatever. So we was over there helping her move out and shit. And she had like an old sketchbook that she was like, you wanna take that. So I ended up taking that, ended up drawing in it, bro. And it was mostly like realism, like when I was in high school, bro, I was doing all anime stuff, bro. Man, all Dragon Ball Z, bro. That's all I was drawing, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing, man.
That's all I was drawing, bro. And I was trying to like replicate, and it's so crazy, bro. Like that was, I mean, I could do shit off the top of my head, but that was like mostly what I would do. I would look at a picture and just like replicate it. Yeah, and I'm not even thinking that like that's pretty much what tattooing is. But at the time, I wasn't even thinking about tattooing, bro. Like I didn't have no tattoos and nothing like that. So it's like it's crazy how that comes full circle. But
you right about that.
Yeah, bro, that shit was crazy. But yeah, so I got that sketchbook, started getting into realism and shit like that. My mom, she hasn't drawn in a while, but she was an artist too. I got an old painting that she did back in high school in my house or whatever. But I started doing realism in that sketchbook, bro. And I was working at Babies R Us, bro. At fucking I don't even know when this was. It was a little after I graduated. I graduated in like 05, 06, I think.
Okay.
And a little after I graduated, bro, and I was in the break room, and I would usually, draw in the break room on breaks or whatever. And went back there, bro. I used to work with this girl April, and like she was real low key, bro. Didn't really talk to nobody like that. She was cool, but just didn't really like, just stay to herself or whatever, right? And so I go back there, and she's like flipping through my book or whatever. And I was like, oh shit, that's weird. You know what I mean?
Get on my shit.
Yeah. And then then she started talking to me about this shit. I'm like, bro, that's the most I heard you talk before. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, it was crazy. And she was, she was like, yeah, that stuff was good. Like, you should think about doing tattoos. And I was like,
damn. She draw as well?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to April, man. She sparked the fire, bro.
Yeah, bro. I was like, and around that time, like I think I had my first tattoo, bro. I got this little cross or whatever. And when I got that done, like it was cool, like the experience was cool, but it wasn't really nothing like that was like, oh, like I got a tattoo now. You know what I mean? Like it was just, went there with a picture. They tattooed it in about an hour or whatever, and I was like, this is cool. Mm-hmm. But yeah, after she had said that, I was like, all right, well, I might think about doing that. But I was I kind of psyched myself out though, cause I know how I am, and like that whole like doing a quick tattoo, and then like having to get it done real quick, get them in, get them out, having to do it on the spot, having to have the person loving all that. Like I was like, yeah, no, I can't do that shit.
Nah,
I didn't at the time, bro. I didn't even know.
Like the
whole
street shop walk-in vibe.
Yeah. Like at the time, bro, I didn't even know that you could do appointment only and like do full day sessions and all that type of shit. So I was like, yeah, no, I ain't trying to do that. So I backed off of that idea after after I was working at Babies R Us.
Yeah, man. It's like a lot of pressure. Like, all right, you got to meet someone for the first time, get the design right, get them in, get them out, kind of deal.
Yeah.
Mess them up. A job like you got a guaranteed paycheck versus
right. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Or you got that one person that came in for the first time, be like, I got a plane to catch. What?
Yeah.
I've done it. And I was like, all right, let's see where my skills take me.
Yeah, bro. So yeah, dog. Yeah, so like I had after that I started this office job over there. I was doing insurance for a little bit. Yeah, dog. I was doing that for a little bit, and that was like it was cool. It was good money, but like, bro, like that shit'll kill you, bro. Like going there, eating the same shit for lunch. Mm-hmm. the same
running.
Yeah. Fucking, we had this one lady that worked the front desk, bro. Sound exactly the same. Every time somebody called, like I was like, bro, I gotta get the fuck out of here, bro. Like I can't. Like,
you still drawing like even between like Baby R Us and the insurance, kind of like just on and off?
Yeah.
Like projects to the side.
Around that time, I was doing pictures for people to get tattooed, bro.
What about logos?
Logos, not really doing logos like that. Nah, I wasn't doing logos like that. But just like just pictures, like somebody hit me up. It'll be like dudes I used to play ball with that want to get tattooed. Like, bro, draw this up for me or whatever.
Right.
They'll go get it tattooed or whatever. But I really wasn't like thinking about tattooing or nothing like that. But yeah, after
something you knew you could do.
Yeah. But yeah, bro. After that office job, I was like, yeah, bro, I gotta figure something out, bro.
What was the last straw when you was there? You was just like, man, I'm sick of this shit.
Bro, honestly, bro, like there was it was a day, bro, where I used to work with this dude Leland, and he was a real cool dude, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And like he had just got laid off for no reason, bro. He was working there for like years, bro.
Oh yeah.
And like after that, bro, I was like, dog, like that's
he just cut me off at any time.
yeah. So I was like, bro, I gotta figure something out, bro. Like, I gotta get into this tattooing to where like nobody could take it away from me. You know what I mean? Like even if
they can never take your skills, your talent.
Yeah. If you figure that shit out, bro, you get good enough, like you'll be able to work anywhere, be able to get in any shop.
Yeah. So
know
when you finally decided to make that step, like, did you go like learn it on your own, do it at the crib, bro, or you went like you searched for apprenticeship, couldn't find one?
So at first I searched for an apprenticeship, bro, and like that didn't really go how I thought it was gonna go.
That's around that
like,
time.
it was,
Wasn't that many going around. Shit.
Yeah. It was tough around that time, bro. Like, and around that time, like it was more like people really wasn't like trying to do that shit unless you were like dope, and they felt like their time wasn't being wasted. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which I understand, but like around that time, like it was tough, bro. So like, and my style that I wanted to do, like I was trying to get into that that liner shading,
Right.
like West Coast type,
Right,
like Chicano type,
yeah.
And there really wasn't that many artists doing that out here.
Nah,
so like I was like, there really wasn't nobody to really learn from like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
what was your first interaction of like seeing Chicano artwork for the first time, like TV or?
So my homie Brian Munoz, he tattoos, and I think he's in Texas now.
Right,
Yeah, but he did this piece on me right here, bro. He did this out the house, bro. At the time, like, and I was messing with him. I was like, damn, he like the only artist I know that work out the house is like dope as shit. But we ended up going over there, and low key, bro, that's kind of what got me into tattooing for real, cause that was the environment that I was cool with. You know what I mean? Like chilling, you smoking, kicking it. You know what I mean? Like tattoo all day, like this vibing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, like I could do this. You know what I mean? And while we're working or whatever, he showed me different artists like Jose Lopez, Bob Terrell, Eric Marcinez. Like he was showing me a lot of his stuff, and I was like, dog, like. Bro, at the time, I was like, I ain't know tattoos could look like that, bro.
You ain't blowing your mind.
Yeah, bro. I was like, yeah, like that spark. I was like, okay, yeah, that's what I want to do, bro. Yeah, for sure. And I like ever since then, bro. Like that's just been like the vibe I've been trying to get back on, bro. Like it's like that, like Chicano, like real soft, black and gray. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
I mean, I definitely see it in your work, bro. Yeah.
Appreciate
so like, okay, you start out doing that. When how long did it take you, say? Did you go immediately into like that 3-liner style, or you kind of learned a little bit of everything, then gradually went to that?
I started like doing most of my shit with the shader, bro. Like at first I didn't.
Round shader?
Yeah. Well, round shader. 7 mag. I was doing a lot of shit with 7 mag, bro. Like in the beginning, bro, I could not get lining down at all.
I mean, shit.
Like I could not. Yeah, I couldn't figure it out at all, bro. But like after you get experience behind the needle and shit like that, like you get better at it. So
I see you kind of like small needles. Like, what's the biggest needle like in your arsenal now?
5.
5.
Okay.
Yeah, 5-liner. Yeah. About the biggest.
That makes sense.
Yeah, about the biggest. If I'm doing like a back piece or something like that, I might use an 11.
11-liner?
Yeah, 11-liner. But for the most
or
tight. Yeah.
So basically, the bigger the area, the bigger the liner you'll go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like bigger dots just to kind of more space. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, mostly I use is like a 3 in the 5, bro.
So like any seminars you took, like when you was developing your art craft, or you just stopped at certain
When
shops?
did it click? Like when did you feel like you're like, okay, I kind of get this now, like with that Chicano style?
Probably like, damn, bro. But I think I was tattooing about 5 years. I think
About 5 years.
Yeah, about
I'll say
5.
That's about the
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I got it. Like it wasn't like we artists, bro. So like I nitpick like my shit like heavy. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, this shit is ass. But like yeah, like around 5 years, I was like, okay, this is looking like something, and I can kind of work off of that. You know what I mean? But yeah, no seminars or nothing like that, bro. Like mostly just like artists that I would work with, or like if I go to conventions or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll pick up some stuff from there. Like I had I did this
How many years
convention.
were you in when you did your first convention?
Probably 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 years. Yeah.
So you never took like an actual seminar. You just kind of like went around other artists, kind of like
Yeah.
and stuff.
I really had the bread for that, John. To be honest.
Yeah.
Bro. Like
it's just expensive.
like
How'd you get cool with these artists to let them let you watch them and stuff like that?
Honestly, bro, this Instagram, dog. Like this Instagram, but just
Just talking to him.
just talking to him, just being real. You know what I mean?
Person, like, hey.
Yeah, bro.
Right.
Like I did this I did a convention in Philly. Matter of fact, I didn't even do it. Me and Danny Cruz, we went out there to Steel City
Oh yeah.
or whatever. I don't even know if they still doing it, but
think so.
out there in Philly, bro. And I wanted to go out there because I seen that Eric Marcinez was gonna be working out there, right?
Okay.
So we go out there Friday. I was looking for dude. He wasn't there. Saturday, I ended up finding him. Dude knew who I was on Instagram, bro. And, we started vibing or whatever.
Okay.
And I was like, he was doing this it was like a clown girl holding one of those laugh now, cry later masks or whatever with some like Chicano lettering and shit like that.
Okay.
And he was like, yeah, bro, you if you want to sit in and watch me do it, whatever. Bro, when I tell you I learned more in that session than I learned in like 3 years.
That's
You know what I mean? Like just like his setup, ink setup. Like literally, bro, I'm sitting there like just like how you sitting next
honestly,
to me, bro.
man, conventions, like when you can watch that artist, it is kind of because like you right there, and then you could really like, because they locked in, but then at the same time you could like, all right, I see how you just did that. Like why did you just do that? Right there?
Yeah.
So it's like you can get the direct.
And like with me, bro, like I'm not really like if I'm cool with you, like I'm a talker and shit like that, but like I'm not really like a talker, bro. So like I'm more of like a visual learner. You know what I mean? So like I'm just like I'm literally like looking at all the little details of what he doing, what needles he using. You know what I mean? Like how like his hand motion, hand
I was
speed,
gonna
all
ask
that
you,
type of stuff.
Was that the biggest thing that you got from like the hand motion? And speed?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like and that stuff you don't really see like on Instagram and shit. You know what I mean? Like and around that time, like now, a lot of people they post videos. Obviously, what they doing around that time. Nobody's posting videos like that, bro. Yeah. Well, nobody trying to do that. So like being able to watch him for like I think he worked all day Saturday and all day Sunday on that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just sitting there like just watching everything.
Nah, man, that's real. Like
Man,
you get a
walking-
free
nah.
2-day seminar.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Just off, you know what I'm saying? Shooting your shot. Like
Yeah,
like,
bro.
messaging people, keeping like networking and shit. Why not?
Yeah.
So I definitely.
And I would rather do that than tattoo at that convention.
Yeah.
I feel like me.
Honestly, that's how I feel about some of these these overseas conventions. Like
Mhm.
I just kind of want to go. Like not even as an artist. Like I just
Mhm.
want to go attend it and just like
To see how they
watch
doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Because when you working this, like a
You
lot
can
of
only
times,
see
yeah,
so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's
I always have one day which is preferably Sunday. Either Friday or Sunday, never Saturday.
Yeah.
Either they
Saturday get your money day.
Friday,
Yeah.
they trying to get in right then and there, or it's Sunday. It's a gamble because either they're finishing a project or
They like
they
not
doing
working.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
chilling.
Yeah.
That's what you're hoping for. They're still in the middle of the project Saturday and Sunday
Right.
Yeah.
versus Friday. Friday is like you're trying to settle down.
Yeah. I mean, most of the time sometimes what I'm saying, you might catch them like working on like a convention, like a contest piece, but most of the time like like you said, artists chilling Friday. They're not really trying
Saturday
to.
is like when they just all right.
Right.
Game face.
Yeah, for sure.
Nah, man, shit, that's what's up, bro. So it's like now I want to pick your brain about the technique and everything too. Like,
Yeah.
So like, I would say, I mean, feel free to divulge whatever you want, and you don't have to give everything. But like, so what was like the particular hand motion that like set it off? Like, oh, okay, this is what I'm not doing. This is what the key is. You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely don't watch a lot of artists who do that style too. And I notice like it's all in that like kind of wrist kind of
Yeah.
like
So like with me, bro, like it's like it's a real smooth, like just back and forth, like kind of like a pendulum
okay
type. You know what I mean? But like I learned that a while ago, bro, and like I can never really like I got the hang of it, but it would never look like how like I would really want it to.
Got you.
Yeah.
So like you felt like it wasn't smooth enough, or
yeah, no, it wasn't smooth enough, bro.
Gotcha.
Wasn't smooth enough, and the heel was like the heel was cool, but it wasn't like it wasn't what I wanted. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is it like are you like layering tones on top of each other?
Yeah. So like in the beginning I was layering a lot, bro. Okay. Now I'm not really.
Feel like it didn't heal as well.
Nah. Like you going over this shit too many times. Okay. Yeah, it just wasn't. It wasn't healing up right, bro.
So which mindset did you have first when you first started doing it? Like, I'm gonna get it in like quick with few passes, or you knew it was gonna be just a layer motion over time?
Honestly, bro, I in the beginning I had my machine hella low.
Okay.
And I would just like try to build. Like I would go light to dark, bro. And like I would be tattooing for hours, bro. Like
yeah.
So
compared to what you did then versus now, what do you do now?
So now I run my machine a lot higher, and I go for my darks. I do my darks first, and then put the lights in there. And that was something I got from working with Eric at the dojo. Okay. It was kind of like getting them darks in there first, and then kind of like building off of that.
I like doing that with my black and gray. I go straight to the black first.
Yeah. I feel like.
Go ahead.
I feel like when you do the blacks first, bro, like you can kind of see it better. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You can see like what needs to be left as negative space, what needs to be like have. You know what I mean? And you're more efficient that way too.
So let me ask you this: while we on it, like when you pack black, are you packing it with the liner still, or are you going for mag for that?
No, I go with mag for that one.
Okay.
Yeah. It depends. Yeah. It depends on what I'm doing. Like for mags, I'll probably use a 7, 13, or a 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, man.
That's definitely so. Like you just brought it up with being at the dojo, learning from Eric. So let's go back to like your story. Like was when you worked at the tattoo dojo. Y'all don't know it's shop owned by Eric Hogan. Right?
Eric Hogan, yeah.
Yeah. Great black and gray artist.
Yeah.
Was that like your
Tattoo
first?
Ninja.
Yeah, tattoo ninja, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tattoo Ninja.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, he probably had it before me, bro. So gotta give it to him. But I would say, was that like the first shop where you was like, damn, like I'm around some killers, like they really like on another level.
Yeah. It was inspiring, bro, for sure.
What shifted in your mindset when you started working there then? Or your approach and everything like that.
Just they were all cool as shit, bro, but it was just like the professionalism, bro, was just different. You know what I mean? Like,
gotcha.
And like,
were you working in like street shops before that?
Yeah. So like that professionalism was definitely like I was like, okay, I gotta lock in now.
Ah, that's
yeah, for sure. Yeah, and like if you working next to Eric, working next to Savannah Colleen, like you're like, okay, I gotta lock in like these like established artists, right. Bro. So you gotta, You
gotta prove your,
Yeah, and they walking around trying to look and see what you doing. I'm like, fuck.
Hold on.
Yeah, I gotta make sure I'm killing it. You know what I mean? But
that's what's up. Were you the only artist there doing like the liner style shading, Chicano style?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, bro, when I was there, I was doing a lot of Not really too much Chicano stuff. That's
Okay.
why I was like that's why like working there was like I feel like it was like I feel like it was something I had to go through because like I was doing a lot of Chicano before that, and I got there, and it was like okay, either you can push this style, or you got to figure out or you got to figure out you're gonna do what people are asking for. You know what I mean? Because not a lot of people gonna ask for Chicano out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like you gonna let this money go out the door, or like
Yeah.
So it's like you got to find a way to kind of like
balance.
yeah. You gotta do what they want, but still kind of put your sauce on it. But so like it was definitely a learning experience, bro.
No, I feel you.
Yeah.
What was like the biggest change you had to make, like, in doing that? Like, was it you had to do? Did you do any like color work, or it was just stuff outside of realism, or just doing more mags in general, less kind of stylized?
No color work.
No
Color, yeah. I don't know
have you ever done color?
I don't know. I have, bro. I can't get it down, bro.
Nah, I understand.
Yeah, kudos to
Sound
y'all,
like
bro.
Christian,
Cause
man.
I can't do that junk, bro. I don't know. It just don't heal up right.
It's different, man. It's definitely different.
I've done it before, and like the day of that shit look cool as hell, and then like I'm like, bro, that shit do not look right healed up, bro. Like, I can't like.
It's a scary healing process, but
Yeah.
I've always told people with color it looks scary when it's.
I would say
Yeah.
the application is where the biggest thing. It's like you got to know like how to get it in confidently without overwork.
Yeah.
And constantly getting them heel picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that way you know exactly how it's healed.
Yeah. So I can never get into that, bro. But like, yeah, when I was at the dojo, bro, I was doing more shading with the mag. I wasn't really doing too much with the line unless it was like smaller stuff.
Mhm.
Like I did a couple like mini portraits and stuff like that. Like I use a liner for that, but for the most part, like I was using the mag, bro. And I wanted to do that too, just so I could like kind of like put both of those styles together and kind of like make up my own thing. You know what I mean? Like use the liner for certain stuff and then use the shader for certain stuff. And that's kind of what I do now, bro. Like I use my mag for most of it, and then I'll go in with my liner and like sharpen up any edges that I need to sharpen up or anything like that. If I'm doing like a piece that's got like a small face, like a cherub or something like that, then I'll go in with the liner for that whole thing.
Right.
But I feel like that heals up the best, and it ends up looking the best. You know what I mean? Like having like the like shading first, and then just going in and like kind of like using the liner to sharpen up, and clean up what you did, Hell yeah.
So I guess I know you and Theo probably around the same time y'all tattooing. Like when did you kind of like switch to rotary to where you all right, I'm gonna start being like more efficient because I ain't gonna lie, rotaries does make some stuff more efficient,
bro.
with shape.
Super easy, bro. I didn't start using rotaries until I started at the dojo. To be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was using.
Change then.
Yeah, bro. Dog, I'm telling you that. Like working there, bro. Like was like a turning point in my career, bro. Like real shit.
How'd you get like the spot in there? You just kind of did you know Eric?
Bro, nah. So like, I legit like they posted they was hiring. I just hit them up.
Damn.
Yeah.
Right time,
I
right
just hit
place.
them up,
Yeah,
bro.
gotta shoot your shot, bro.
Yeah, bro. I was like, man, like, what's the worst they could say? You know what I mean? So I sent them my work around that time. I had some decent stuff, so I sent them my work or whatever, and got an interview the week of, and started there. Yeah.
How was the interview? Like I never.
It was cool. Yeah, I met with Eric and his wife or whatever, and like it was real chill, bro. Like they just asked me, same stuff. Like, like they pretty much was just trying to see like what my goals were, and like just trying to like fill me out as a person. You know what I mean? It's like see if I'm weird or not. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Like have to commute like further out to get there, or was it more closer to your place at the time? Like
at the time it's probably about like 20 minutes from the crib. Yeah. So it wasn't too bad.
Sometimes you gotta be like, all right, I gotta time my location.
Yeah. Nah, that was when we were off of Howell Mill, downtown. Yeah. So yeah, it was about like 20 minutes. But yeah, it was chill over there, bro.
How many artists were there at that time when you started?
when I started, it was just me, Eric's wife Gabby, and Savannah. Yeah, so it was like 4. Yeah, and then by the time I left, we had about like 7 people working there, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. We had a good amount of people there.
We got the background, man, of how you got started, man. How you gravitated toward the liner shading Chicano style.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I wanted to ask. So let's shift it kind of. I just want to get you kind of your general thoughts on some current stuff going on tattooing.
Yeah.
So the other day, I was watching Instagram. You know, you come across these reels, and you might have seen it. This is one tattoo artist. I don't remember his name, but he basically had made this video saying like, all right, like you veteran tattooers who like 10+ years in the game, like y'all gonna get surpassed by these new artists coming up now because these new artists master like content creation. It's like it's more like so basically his point was like you're not gonna stay relevant or booked or busy if you're not out there like.
I know his name because I sent it to Christian a few weeks ago.
I mean, yeah, you want to drop it?
Andres Carrillo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's basically I kind of get he's saying like you got to market yourself by putting yourself out there, like personally showing doing these videos that are outside of just posting your work.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, at one point I do get like marketing is important, right? Like sometimes like clients kind of want to connect with the artist, but I feel like the kind of beauty of tattooing is like the connection part happens like when you actually tattoo that person, right? And like I've always been like post the work, let the work speak for yourself. Like how do you feel about that, bro? As a veteran artist in the game, like and then like I said, you've always kind of been a low key dude on Instagram, social media.
Yeah. So like I was saying earlier, bro, like I in the beginning, like I just wanted to let my work speak for itself.
Mm-hmm.
I was always like a low key dude anyway, bro. Like it's kind of like introverted, keeping to myself and shit like that. But I feel like if you want to be like if you want to get ahead, bro, you gotta know what's going on outside of your bubble. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So it's like
that's a good point.
yeah. So like I know a lot of artists, bro, that just like just don't want to get into social media, don't want to get into that. They're waiting for it to stop and all that. And I was like, bro, like you gonna yeah. I was like, bro, that's how you end up holding yourself. And to me, honestly, bro, I feel like it's low key an excuse too. You know what I mean? Because it's like you kind of look at that like, okay, well, yeah, that's the only reason I'm not getting ahead is because I just don't want to do like the Instagram shit or whatever. But it's like, bro, like
Do the dance.
Yeah. And it's like, bro, like you could still be yourself and
Right.
just still like kind of put yourself out there. Like you ain't gotta be
You don't got
doing nothing
gotta
too
do
crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah. You ain't gotta be doing nothing too crazy, but just still stay to true to who you are. But kind of just put yourself out there a little bit. You know what I mean? That's that's a vibe I'm on right now. Just kind of like
I respect that.
keeping my staying true to myself. Keep myself.
Integrity.
Yeah. Just staying. Yeah.
I mean, you finna hop on and start doing no dances.
No, hell no. You ain't about to see me doing no dances, bro. No,
I feel you.
no, hell no. But yeah. Just like I feel like you got to do that now, bro. You know what I mean? Like you gotta like you gotta put yourself out there. Like
The
people,
algorithm, man. That shit.
yeah.
It's a beast, bro.
And it's like people like clients like they kind of want to see who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like that was something I had to get used to too, because I thought clients would just be looking at at the artwork or whatever.
Yeah, I do think now it's like
how nosy people is.
yeah
Yeah.
that's but also it's like I think the quality of like tattoo artists now has risen, right? It's a lot more good tattooers out there now.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, right.
Better technology.
Exactly.
Better
Yeah.
But now to separate like clients are like, well, I want to go to artists who I like. I like their vibes, or they just seem like a good person to me.
We definitely over the years knew like everybody has a certain clientele base.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like we know the ones that are timid, the ones that are aggressive, the ones that are ghetto, professional. We get all walks of life.
Yeah.
And we do have the favor to choose which audience we want to come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, sometimes I gotta make a money move. Them bills gotta get paid.
Yeah, no, I mean that's a good point. Like you, the type of energy you put out is definitely the type
Definitely
of
get those type
clients.
of clients.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
And I feel like too, like the older artists, like they kind of like stuck into how it used to be. And back in the day, like not every artist was good like that. You know what I mean? So like if you're looking at your work and you feel like it's dope, you're gonna think that clients just gonna want to fuck with you just because you're better than this person, that person. But like just like you said, like everybody's kind of good now. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to do something to kind of separate yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of already entered tattooing industry. I just want to be a good person known to do good tattoos.
Yeah.
Do tattoos, and then they be like, "Oh, that's all he does." Like, no.
Yeah.
I think what people get, because Tez, you had brought up before off air, like it's like it's a difference between like, all right, just putting yourself out there, staying true to you are, but like just showing a little bit more of you, but still focusing on the work.
Yeah.
Then there's artists who are kind of like chasing fame. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not like
It's the difference between just letting your personality show or doing it for the show.
right.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it was just one artist, man.
Just being an influence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically, yeah, because that's now people want that more than being a good tattooer. Because
Because that don't necessarily determine like how much money you make either.
nah,
It'll
Nah,
like
don't.
nah, man, like I said, these followers, man, they can deceive you. Like having 100K, 200K followers, like yeah, you can,
Nice to have an
yeah.
audience. Yeah.
It's like it can be monetized, but like just because you have it don't mean you're gonna be making money. Like it's still
that's true.
like you gotta
You
know.
got all these followers and you ain't got no plan, you still not making it.
Right, exactly.
Matter of fact, I know motherfucker, and hit you up one day. Hey man, I ain't got money, but I got followers.
Oh yeah.
I gotta give you
Yeah.
that shout out, man.
Bro, so dog, so yeah, it's crazy you brought it up. So when I first damn, it was a minute ago, bro. I tattooed this YouTuber, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And it was cool. Like he was a cool dude, but I feel like that shit kind of messed me up a little bit, bro. Cause like I tattooed him. He had crazy following, dog. Like he played 2K or whatever, and like streaming, yeah. And he cool dude. I went to his hotel, tattooed him or whatever. Shouted me out, bro. When I tell you, the next day, bro, I was legit driving my brother, bro. The next day, my shit was just booming, bro. Like fucking like 100, 200 followers every I'm refreshing it. And it's like 200, 300 followers every time I refresh it. I'm like, what the fuck? And that shit was cool, but it's all his followers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, and
yeah.
and some of them can't even get tattooed yet.
Right.
You know what I mean?
14.
Yeah. So I'm like, like it's cool, but at the same time, it's like,
It ain't translating to real money, you know.
Nah.
I felt that for the first time when I got shouted out on a big, well-known tattoo page. Basically, people from Italy were following me. Like,
yeah, it'd be like, oh,
yeah.
That's way over there.
That's the thing they don't really talk about, man.
Yeah.
It's like you make these viral videos that's like people will love it because like you make the little comedy skits or whatever, but it's like people just following because they like, all right, I want to watch the next funny skit video you do. They don't even care about your tattoos. It's like, oh, he funny, so or he funny. You know
I finally figured that was a big problem with my old page because I had a lot more tattoo artists following me more than just like regular people. It's
Right.
That's the problem. We'll get rid of y'all. No offense to nobody out there, but hey, y'all not giving me no money.
That was real shit.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, because like,
Thanks, bro.
man, I don't know. It's just the social media influencer age now has just changed tattooing, changed every industry, but really tattooing so much now. Because like, yesterday I saw this video. I probably seen it too. It's like some other like social media influencer chick got tattooed, like a portrait tattoo. It was a very nicely done tattoo, by this like I guess Instagram famous artist. And like I went onto his page, and legit, cause I like the portrait, so I want to see more of his work.
Yeah.
I couldn't even find no other tattoos, bro. It was just like videos of him working out, or videos of him like just living, lifestyle stuff and everything. I'm just like, he had like 300, 400K followers. So like, all right, I get it. So you an influencer now. It's like, but it's like, why I was like, and then the only reason I guess I saw that tattoo video is because the person he was tattooing was famous. So I was like, damn, bro, like what happened to just like posting your tattoos, like you just being a fire tattooer. So it's like,
Depends on
That's why I felt. No, go ahead, bro.
Some people just move from one category of social media to another.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. Am I being a hater then? Because like
No.
it's like I don't know. I just feel like
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's just-
That's what I was saying earlier,
Unless
bro.
you had like multiple pages, that could have been
Yeah,
like
that's
his
true,
workout
too.
page.
No, you'll be surprised. A lot of well, you got to decipher between some people who are tattoo artists and who are artists. Because sometimes
Yeah.
people who are artists who are really good at tattoos will still label themselves as an artist versus tattoo artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, bro. You just gotta stay true to yourself, bro.
yeah,
Like on my shit, you gonna see tattoos, my dog,
right.
maybe you know, a caption or something like that. But like, you know, that's pretty much it, bro. Ain't gonna be like, you know.
Like you posted a flag. I was like, I seen your dog.
Yeah.
On the sidewalk, like getting your exercise.
Yeah,
Just
chilling.
Like, all right, a little flash, lock in.
Chilling, bro. And it's like, you know, you want to do stuff like that because you know it might bring, you know,
You never know.
more clientele that way, but you don't want to like go away from like I don't want somebody to go to my page and can't find no tattoos on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's crazy, bro.
No,
Like,
Shoot,
That's how it is,
Somebody
though.
might see your friendship, be like, "Hey, man, I really
yeah,
Frenchie first," and then I said, "Oh, he do good."
yeah,
I got Frenchie too.
yeah. So, yeah, for sure.
Shoot, I done sat outside on the sidewalk. He done seen this plenty of times this year. Sat outside on the sidewalk. Hey, what you doing? Chilling.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
sitting, playing mobile games. He like,
Yeah, bro.
shit, you can tattoo? I'm like, yeah, come on in.
Hell yeah.
Nah, it's a different era, man. Like speaking of that too, like I was saying earlier, like the level of tattooing has risen, right?
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask too, like now it's like there's so many online tattoo like apprenticeships and mentorships,
Yeah.
and like it's like one of those double-edged swords, right? Like at one end, like I remember like struggling to find like that education like that, because getting an apprenticeship is hard, right? So it's like I get it. It's like give opportunity for everybody, but at the same time, it's like, what do you feel like? Do you feel like it's something like, all right, no, it don't matter. Like if you're good, you'll be fine, or do you feel like we kind of like watering down our industry by like just giving too much
It's
access?
kind of like hairdressers and barbers and stuff. Some
Yeah.
people get into it. They probably might do it for a year or two, but then it's like, this ain't the thing for me.
Yeah.
They just,
Yeah.
That's definitely a big shocker about the year or two, because now you're learning like some artists that started 2 years with you. You think they're gonna be in there with you for a long time. You see them slowly falling off on year 3 and 4.
Yeah.
especially when I started apprenticing, I know I was following at least 10 other apprentices that started with. I probably seen like three of them make it.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that's gonna dabble. And you'll be surprised. They might come back, next 2 years, be like, yo, I took like a 4-year break.
Yeah.
Came back.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean,
It's a very
if
fluid
if you really got love for it, you gonna stick with it. If not, you really not. I don't really care about like how easy it is, cause bro, when we started, bro, like it was hard to even like get anybody to teach you anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? You had to pay for a seminar. You had to pay for this, pay for that. Like, bro, I had this one dude at this shop, bro. He wanted to charge me $10K for apprenticeship or whatever for I think it was like 4 months or whatever. Yeah. I was like, bro, what the heck? Like it was crazy, bro. And like, there wasn't really videos like that. Like, bro, like honestly, bro, like when I first started, I had this one video I watched, bro. It was Nico Hurtado.
Oh yeah, it was
And like
it was that one with that lady portrait on it?
Yeah, bro.
mascara,
When I tell you, I watched that jump from like up until about 5 a.m. some nights, bro.
Yeah.
Slowing down his hand motion, like rewinding, pausing, all that type of, and that like low key, that's kind of like what I was watching a lot of like in the beginning to get me to like figure out like what I was doing and what I could be doing different. You know what I mean? But like now, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy how easy it is now, bro. Like how like there's so many like with social media, YouTube, like people just like doing classes and all that type of shit. Like that shit wild as fuck.
On YouTube. Like,
Yeah, YouTube. Yeah,
just
YouTube
one
is
little
crazy,
move
bro.
made my liner better like my first year, and I was like, oh, that's it.
YouTube
Like I was talking to
YouTube taught you that, man.
You taught me the basics, bro. You taught me the foundation.
Like I was talking to my client last week, bro.
He should be adaptable.
Then you hurt his feelings.
He'll be.
Yeah, man. YouTube, bro.
Give him a shout out, man.
No, that's cool,
Shout
man.
out to
That's
Theo,
cool.
nigga. What's
YouTube is mentor, man. YouTube is mentor, man. It's all good.
Theo taught me how to do my first realism role.
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah, man. Sometimes you just gotta throw them out there,
Tell him
man.
the speech that he gave you about that.
Oh, shit. My nigga said, if you don't believe in yourself, believe in me.
Hey. I fuck with that.
Oh, you like that? See?
I fuck with that.
You right there.
Yeah, man.
I fuck with that. Yeah.
Hey, man.
Yeah, bro. That's crazy though, bro. But yeah, dog. Like I feel like it's just easier time now, bro. I was talking to my client last week about that too, cause we was talking about like just the NBA and like basketball and shit, and like he used to.
Who you rooting for?
I'm a Warriors fan, bro. So like we.
I mean, y'all got your rings, man.
Yeah, we good, bro. I'm chilling now. But yeah, he used to hoop or whatever, and we were just talking about like how easy it is now for kids, bro, cause like YouTube has everything on there. You know what I mean? Like I remember back in the day, bro, I used to have to try to go to a camp, had to hope my parents had enough money to get me into a camp to where somebody could teach me some. Gotta hope the coach fucks with you or whatever to teach you some secrets or whatever. But like
you bring in NBA, that's a great comparison because like now you see players are so skilled in NBA now, like every position. Like
yeah, bro,
you got bigs who can bring the ball up, shoot threes, handle the rock. Now, and like you said, because now they can learn so much off YouTube, social media.
Bro, literally in your hand, you got a trainer right there in your hand, bro.
So it's like, yeah, the same thing is bound to happen in tattooing, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I think about about 10, 15 years from now, shit.
It's gonna be crazy, bro.
Yeah, the level
One
of
thing
work.
I always say about that is it's gonna be a high injury.
It's to the point where the standard is like if you ain't good in 3 years with tattooing, it's like you might as well just quit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, shit.
No, for real,
Like
bro.
And it's like, you know, everybody using rotaries now too. So it's like rotaries pretty much, you know, 'cause I remember, you know, using only coils, bro. Like with coils, like if you can get a coil to run right, like
That was
you was doing,
battle,
you
bro. That was
yeah. You
were
were doing something.
tattooing with that shit. Just get that shit.
Yeah, bro. And then if it ain't running right, you got so many aspects to that shit. It's like, damn, I don't know what, like, gotta make sure my rubber bands is tight enough. Gotta make sure the needle's bent.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
The contact screw just
Yeah.
The
The rotaries, bro, is easy as hell, bro. So it's like
Plug and play. That's it.
yeah, for sure.
I did the opposite because Theo actually wanted me to use rotaries when I first started. I said, no, let me do coils for a year.
Hold on. No.
No,
You
you actually
said
did.
you two taught you line, and now you said I'll force rotaries on you now.
Oh, you wanted me
Come on,
to?
man. Come on, man.
No.
People get on this podcast, start switching up, man. People get on this podcast, start switching up.
With the roles, literally. Hey, look, Mark. Look. So Theo the type of guy like this. He'd be like, you don't know the struggle. So I purposely use coils for a whole year to be like, hey, look.
Okay, I kind of remember that. Yeah, I mean, I taught you coils, but then
Yeah.
I was saying when you actually start tattooing, use the rotaries.
Yeah, but I was like, no, let me
Yeah, I kind of remember that.
coils.
Yeah.
Let me pay homage, you know, to the tattoo industry.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he was like, cause I couldn't let him have that over me. He was like, and I said, no. I did a whole year coils only.
Yeah, bro.
But nah, like, it's definitely, shit, nah, he done threw me off now. All this. Hold on, bro. I had something I was gonna say.
Yeah, you got this man over here spiraling.
Crazy, man.
Oh,
shit.
I'll give him homage.
This is your fault.
Oh, yeah. Nah, I remember. Like, what y'all brought up with all the YouTube stuff and everything, like, really, it's, like you saying, if you're not good in 3 years, but really, if you can't good at, honestly, bro, if you can't get good at tattooing at this point, with all the machines being so easy, the knowledge being on YouTube, you can do apprenticeship online, seminars everywhere. It's like, it's just you, bro. You at this point, you're not trying, or you just it ain't for you.
I have to kind of go back into some past conversations we done had. Well, those people who actually help us out because they know what lane they're in, so they'll do certain styles that we.
I mean that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta remember, like,
It's tears to it.
some
It's tears.
people
Yeah.
That's just not gonna work as hard as even in any regular job. You always
This is just the work in general.
work in general.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just
And then-
it's just weird when it's really on you to elevate yourself, and you get more benefits for yourself.
I mean,
versus like the company you used to work for, Fortune 500.
Right.
I mean, like you,
Right.
I mean, that's a great point. Like people just gonna once they get to a level they comfortable.
My
Yeah,
first year, I said, "Hey man, like, why is this person tattooing for 15 years and I'm catching up with this?"
hey
Yeah.
man, it's some people they pay their bills,
like
they
the little
good.
pocket thing.
Right, right.
And you gotta remember, some of them in there for the money.
Yeah,
Like,
for
it's
sure.
like it's like the NBA players. Look, I can make this $1 million in a year. All right, worth this $30,000 job.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like you said, it's tiers to it. It's like
I like doing sticking.
there's gonna be cheap people
Shit.
forever, right? So
Yeah.
you gotta have those artists who's
them all
gonna
the
service
time.
the cheap people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and like I said, once you develop a certain skill level, it's like like I'll look out for people, my clients who look out for me type of stuff. But like I ain't finna be
There's gonna be a
breaking
lot
my
of
back
interest
for it. You know what I'm saying?
levels.
Yeah.
For sure.
So yeah, no, you right. You right about that.
There's gonna be a lot.
But still, like I love to
A lot
see
of
what the standard gonna
cybersensualism
be. In the
artists
future.
out there.
But anyways, shout out to cybersigilalism, man. But yeah, bro, let's bring that up too. Like, so have you ever dabbled in any other styles outside of realism?
I was doing traditional when I first started for a little
Okay.
bit. Yeah, and then I had kind of went to realism, bro. But like I said, like I was pretty much teaching myself how to do it,
Mm-hmm.
and usually like I'll get people hitting me up, asking me like how I started or if they should get an apprenticeship or be self-taught or whatever, and I always tell them to get an apprenticeship because
Anybody ask you for one?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you.
yeah.
Well,
I don't like. I mean, right now, right now I feel like I could do that, but when
Time management.
yeah, and just me like I feel like my skill set now is like good enough to teach somebody. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if I was doing it earlier on, like I'm still learning. You know what I mean? So like if I feel like I feel bad to like charge somebody or like have somebody thinking that they getting taught by a fucking master or whatever, and it's not. You know what I mean? So but yeah, bro. Yeah, when I first started out, being working by myself, I feel like it was cool because I didn't really have nobody to tell me that I couldn't do something. You know what I mean? Like if you get an apprenticeship, you probably not gonna touch a machine till like a year or two or some shit. Like unless you doing what you're supposed to be doing. But like
Right.
with me, bro, like I tried my first portrait. I was tattooing for like 3 months, bro. Like for real, and it had nobody to tell me I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, and that's it wasn't nothing like I'm doing now, but it was decent. You know what I mean? To where I was okay. Well, shit, I get I can make some money off of this. Yeah.
Different levels too. So.
Yeah. But like a lot of people, like with me, I feel like with me, like I just had a hunger to get better,
Yeah.
and to do it the right way. A lot of people don't really have that. You know what I mean? So that's when you get like.
I would like to see, like, I know you didn't like at least have one guy who was like, look, bro, I got this fire artwork. I feel like I'd be the best guy for you.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Yeah.
I've probably only seen 3 people in here where I was just like, oh.
Yeah, dog.
You'll get some like every
definitely see
3
some talented
months. Every
artists,
walking in here.
Yeah.
like you said, it's one of those you gotta have a time commitment and the want to actually like, all right, I want to teach this person.
He'll
for
say
real,
no.
for real.
Then
Yeah.
they kind of look at him like, oh, I don't want to talk to you.
We said you can hang.
Yeah.
We literally do like, I'll pull up a chair.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, bro.
Man, you're gonna hear a lot of no's before you get that first yes, man.
Yeah, for sure.
The one I laugh about is when all of us in here tattooing and they looking for apprenticeship, and then when they hear the no, they leave. It's like you had like 6 artists in here working, and you had the opportunity to stay all day.
Yeah.
And you talk about you wanted to learn.
Yeah, we always tell
crazy,
people
bro.
like, hey, man, you welcome to just chill, watch, ask questions.
Yeah.
We can kind of guide you to figure out how to find that apprenticeship, but a lot of times people will just like sometimes they listen, most of the time they don't.
I
But,
probably only got, out of my 4 years, I only got one person that listened to me.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
But shoot, actually now we brought it up earlier. Like since you pretty much only done like black and gray realism most of your career,
Mhm.
like me, I'm a staunch person advocate of like be versatile. That's how you stay busy. But you know, you on the opposite end, man. You focused in on your lane, and shit, you didn't thrive. So like, what would you like if someone wanted to just go that route? Like, what was the key? Like, you just gotta be really good at that shit, or is it like?
It's really just time management, bro.
Okay.
It's like I love artists that are like able to do a lot of different styles, but I feel like with me, I feel like I would have been like mediocre at everything if I would have kept it like that. You know what I mean?
Everybody kind of
Rather
learn differently.
Yeah. Cause like with me, bro, like I need my time to myself. I need to get on the Xbox sometimes. You know what I mean? Like I need, you know.
How you balance your work life?
Yeah. So like I feel like if I was to do color, I gotta be on like some crazy. You know what I mean? Like I gotta be like crazy dope at it. And if I do black and gray, I gotta be crazy dope at that. And I feel like I just didn't have enough time, bro. And like black and gray just kind of just like stuck out to me. When I would draw back in the day, I never really used color. Didn't do no color. Didn't do no painting or nothing like that. Like I was always with either with a ballpoint pen or with pencil or whatever. So like black and gray just like just came easy to me. And I was like I said like seeing Jose Lopez's work.
Right. You ever got to meet him in person?
No, not yet. Not yet. No, not yet.
Tattoos like that anymore, honestly.
Yeah, I haven't seen him recently, bro. But not yet. But yeah, like that type of style just kind of stuck to me, bro. Like doing black and gray, and I was like, I kind of told myself like, okay, I'm gonna stick with this and master this, and devote all my time to that.
Did you ever have like slow periods where it's just like you feel like either people weren't asking for black and gray or it just
Hell yeah.
So what you do to get out like that funk or just get
meditation? Yeah.
In other words, I had faith.
Yeah.
I know if I keep on.
Yeah,
So
for
you
sure.
Here. Have faith.
Yeah,
You gonna hang
straight up. Yeah. Just keep pushing, bro. Keep pushing. Don't like there were plenty of nights, bro. I look at myself like, bro, this ain't it. Like, got to figure out something else. Gonna have to, get a real job or something. You know what I mean? But
Give Zero a little bit of credit. Don't nobody pray harder than a tattoo artist.
yeah, bro. Yeah, but I mean, shit. That's what I'm saying. You gotta have a love for it, bro.
Yeah.
Cause that love for it was like that's what pushed me, bro. For real. Cause I was like, I really told myself like, okay, there's nothing else I could do. You know what I mean? Like I was really looking at that shit like tattooing is pretty much made for me. You know what I mean? Like not really having to dress a certain way.
Right.
Don't gotta come in at a certain time and type shit. You know what I mean? All that laid off shit I was talking about, earlier or whatever. Like learning the skill that nobody could take from you. Like I feel like it was made for me. So I was like, there's no plan B. Like I'm gonna make this shit work out. You know what I mean? And
Can I ask you this? Like,
yeah.
Have you ever maybe witnessed somebody who ever dealt with like working in the shop and they maybe like a shop owner would be like, you can never like, it wasn't toxic, but they'll be like, you can never have like a better experience than this shop and stuff like that, because sometimes people do have plan Bs in the industry and be like,
it's basically they try to like keep them at that like trap like hey like
I had a couple in the beginning.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, like and then
because the tattoo world is still a mystery.
Yeah. Like I had a couple shops I worked at in the beginning that had that kind of vibe, bro. But like I said, bro, like if you just stay positive with it, bro, and kind of like have it set in your head, bro. Like okay, I'm gonna make this shit work out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it's like it's all about energy, bro. It's like if you got that positive energy, bro, like shit'll just end up panning out how you want it to. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's real, man.
Yeah.
Definitely a big proponent on that.
Yeah.
All right, so this last segment, like I said, is rapid fire questions.
Yeah.
I'm just ask you a whole bunch of, kind of general tattoo questions, man. You just let us know which ones you pick, man.
Yeah.
So some of these gonna be pretty obvious, honestly, based off what we done talked about already.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start with the first one, man. Like coils or rotaries?
Rotaries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any particular reason? Just probably what we talked about.
Just consistency, dog.
Yeah.
It's
easy, easy to use, bro.
It's like it's less you gotta think about. Now I can focus on the piece.
What tattoo would you use if you used it? When will you use a coil? If you just say, you know what, I use this coil if I'm doing this. Like not now, but if you just for shits and giggles.
Probably if I do like a small portrait or something like that, like one of the mini portraits.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
Yeah, I use a coil for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got like a particular coil that you really rock with? Like make.
I like Mickey Sharps.
Mickey Sharps, a classic.
I fuck with those.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I already know what you're gonna say. Black and gray color.
Black and gray, bro.
Yeah, right. It's,
All day, bro.
I understand that. So let's
Yeah.
go. All right, this is an interesting one. You prefer drawing on paper or the iPad?
For therapeutic purpose.
Yeah.
I would say paper.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say paper. I like the iPad too though. That was another thing too. I learned it on the dojo, bro. Like doing the iPad shit, bro. Yeah, that was it's cool though. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely easier. You know what I mean? And kind of kind of
I salute the
leveling
artists
up
who
a
still
little
make their
bit.
stencils on paper, man. Like
Yeah.
dedication, but nah,
Yeah.
because iPad definitely make it simple.
Yeah, it's 10 times easier, bro.
All right. This is the so if you could only tattoo one style for the rest of your career that ain't your current style, which is all right, what would it be?
Probably Illustrator.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just what drew you to Illustrator on that?
Definitely more creativity.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out like what would like
You could fit a
would
lot
translate. Yeah. Like either Illustrator or new school shit, bro. I like new school stuff too. Yeah.
Illustrator's got a wide range you can go with because you can still be like more realism illustrative and you can still go like super cartoony. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You prefer conventions or guest spots?
Guest spots.
Okay, why guest spots?
Just the comfortability.
Right. Less people. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, bro, convention, I don't really care too much about the people. It's just like I want to be able to like if I don't need my stencil made, I don't want to have to stay on no line.
Right.
I don't want to have to, you know what I mean? The last convention I did was on, was it Golden State?
Oh yeah.
You know, in Cali. It was back in 2020, bro.
Okay.
It was crazy, bro. That was the weekend Kobe died out there.
Damn.
Yeah, it was wild, bro.
February? Oh shit.
Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, bro, that convention was super, super dope. Like, damn near everybody was up there, bro.
Right.
Like we was working right behind Nico Hurtado and shit.
Right.
Yeah, it was cool as hell. But yeah, bro, like a lot of people like just like waiting in line for stencil and all that, and it's like, all right, bro. Like,
It's the same shit.
Yeah. So you know,
22 or was it 21?
I had my
it had been like 22.
yeah.
22.
Yeah.
Because I had my leg braces off.
Oh yeah, your leg braces back then.
2021.
Well, you,
Oh, yeah.
you had just got them off.
I just got them off.
Yeah.
I remember you saying when y'all went, they didn't even have the printer or something. You had to have your own printer.
One. Then the shit broke on the plane.
Damn.
Tough.
But yeah, conventions
Made a lot of
definitely.
friends though, because I was the plug with the printer.
Yeah.
Man, y'all need something print.
You can make a lot of network.
Yeah. That's the
It is a lot more hassle to
Had no wrist
tattoo.
cup
Like
in.
actually tattooing a convention it's not
definitely a plus, like the networking.
fun. Yeah. All right. You prefer a walk-in shop or a private studio?
Probably private studio.
I get that.
Yeah.
More laid back vibes.
Yeah, laid back. Yeah.
You have to deal with the walk-in culture.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you could tattoo anywhere in the world, where would you want to go?
Outside the U.S.
By Japan.
Okay. Why Japan?
I just want to go there.
Right.
Yeah. I just want to go there, bro.
Got to.
Where would you like to go in the world to learn something? You know how you look at artists overseas and you be like,
Yeah.
this shit.
Probably either Italy or Russia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, man.
Yeah. But yeah, probably if I could pick one, probably Italy.
Well, you should probably learn from them. Like,
You said who?
what would you learn from them? Like, see that they do over there.
Is there a particular artist?
There's a few, bro. one that I followed for a while. Ivano Natali.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, his bro. I've been following him forever, bro. That would be super cool, like to sit down and watch like how he be doing shit. But
Right.
yeah, bro. They got a lot out there though, bro. A lot of dope artists out there that be doing black and gray and like kind of like pushing the envelope with that shit.
Yeah. Nah, I
Yeah.
definitely see that.
Yeah.
If I could like learn something, I don't know. I wouldn't mind like learning like true like Japanese tattooing from like a master. But like that'd be a different
I'll be
lifetime.
at Thailand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean Thailand be dope too. Like learn.
Just composition for me.
Thailand is dope.
I'll be like, hey, give me all this.
Yeah.
Like I said, Colombia be for black and gray contrast.
Mhm.
I love it.
Mine's toss up between like Spain and Brazil.
Yeah.
Like, their composition and color work both places is like
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Nah, it's different levels to it, man.
Yeah.
All right. So what's your least favorite style to tattoo then?
Probably like tribal.
Ah,
Yeah, probably tribal. And it's, I mean, like I like how it looks. Like it looks dope as hell. But just like doing it,
When you say tribal, you mean more like the spiky kind or like the Polynesian style? Or both?
Polynesian.
Okay.
Yeah. The other kind too, bro. I don't,
yeah.
yeah. Like doing it like and then with me too, bro, like when people hit me up for that, like I just don't I feel like I'm posing a little bit. I'm like, bro, that just ain't what I do. You know what I mean? Like I would rather you go to somebody that like is into that, you know what I mean? Like they breathe that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, end up being a better piece and it's like more authentic, I feel like. Yeah.
Definitely respect that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do. What's your favorite tattoo machine then?
Bishop Rotary, bro.
You a packer or a liner?
I got a shader.
Shader? Okay.
Yeah, I got a shader, yeah.
So you feel like that's better to achieve like that soft, real soft black and
Yeah. Well, yeah, okay, so what I do with that, bro, I got that shader, but I bumped that voltage up, though.
Yeah, cause
So it hit a little bit harder. I got a 9 now. Yeah, bro, like 9. Yeah.
Yeah, cause the packer. Have you tried the packer before?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean it does have a lot more of a kick than the shader.
Yeah.
like a 6.
Yeah. So yeah, like I love that Bishop, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
Bishop's crazy,
we
bro.
all pretty much team Bishop in here. For the most part.
Yeah, that shit's like lifesaver, bro.
Yeah, I mean shit, they know what they're doing with that
For
machine,
real.
for real.
For real.
All right. Okay. What's your favorite ink brand? I mean,
Dynamic.
okay. So
yeah.
you make your own. You cut your gray wash.
No, I got that gray wash too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you like the gray wash shit?
Yeah.
You're like the first person I heard actually they use the dynamic gray wash.
Yeah.
What about it? Do you
I just like the consistency of it, bro.
Okay.
So like I kind of
How you feel about like Empires, maybe?
Empire's cool. Yeah, I like Empire too. The only thing with Empire, dog, is cause Eric at the dojo, he had a sponsorship with Empire, so that's like all he had over there. And I'll be using that. But like with Empire, there's either a warm tone or a cool tone with it, with the blacks. You know what I mean? And like Empire would give you a cool tone, and I don't really like that. I don't really like that much. Yeah, I like a warmer tone. That's what you get with Dynamic. Like a it's a different type of heel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like with
Could you
Empire,
explain, like the
whitewash,
difference in the heel?
so with Empire, when it heals up, it looks a little bit blue. It looks kind of like a bluish
I know
black.
what you're talking about.
Yeah. Bro, that shit used to bug the fuck out of me, dog. Like I used to be like, dog, why is my shit looking like this?
That's how I felt about
Super black.
Eternal Gray Wash.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, I threw that shit away.
And it's still it's still cool. You know what I mean? It you know, it's still, you know,
like
it still
your
looks
personal
dope. It's just it's just, you know, my eyes are just like, cause you know, tattooing how I was before. I started at the shop or whatever. Before I started using Empire, I was using Dynamic, and it would heal up, and it would be a warmer tone. I would know how it's gonna look and all that. So like that difference in tone, I was like, yeah, I'm not fucking with that at all.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but like even with the Dynamic gray wash, like it's with that I kind of mix those together too. So like I'll take cause they got like a 80, a 60, 40, and 20 or whatever. So I won't even use the 80. I'll just use straight black and mix 60 in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes it a little bit darker. For you?
Yeah. Now I use 40 and 20 or whatever.
Okay.
So like it's a little.
How do you feel like the 20 heals up? Is it like does it stay pretty true to what it or it heals?
Yeah. It's cool, bro. You just gotta get that shit in there.
Okay.
That was another thing I had to learn too, bro. Like my hand was a little too light when I first started out, so it's like figuring out that hand pressure and getting that shit in there pretty good. Like and all those lighter tones will stick, darker tones will stick.
So I mean, I know we going off subject, but actually kind of interested. So how did you know you got that right amount of pressure for you then, where it's like it's in there, but I'm not overdoing it, especially with black and gray? Like a certain feel that you get, or is it more like a sound? Or
that was trial. It's like trial and error, bro. For real. Like it's like I legit would have to remember. Okay, with this client, my hand pressure was like this, and I have to like bug them for heel pictures. You know what I mean? And be like,
experimenting,
and then just see like how how it healed up, and I'll try to remember that, and it took me a minute to kind of like just make it like like it was a natural feeling, but honestly, bro, like recently, what I've been doing for like to get a better heel and like to really have like a smoother shade is moving my hand slower, bro. Like while I'm tattooing, like still using that pendulum like motion, but moving my hand slow as fuck though.
Got you.
You
But
know what I
still
mean?
getting that proper pressure.
Yeah. But I feel like cause if you think about it, it's like the needles are like like this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if you move slower, you get more ink in there. It's more saturated. When it's better saturated, it heals up better. So
do you feel like, in terms of black and gray tattooing, it's like, is it less about the ink that you use? It's all more application, like hand movement. And
yeah, pretty much application and hand movement, bro.
and
Yeah, I feel like you could like with any type of ink, it'll look dope if you know how to get that shit in there.
that's the point I feel like I like to get across. I feel like some people get so caught up in like,
I'm 100%.
use this ink.
I feel like that because it be some days like I know for sure I still got black ink in my head.
Yeah,
but I know because of my hand pressure, it's still gonna be like light.
Yeah.
No, I mean 100%, man. It's like, to me, the ink is just the purpose of the look. Like you said, like you want that warmer look, that cooler look, or you want the whitewash look, whatever. But it all comes down to that application.
Needles too, bro. Like I use a lot of bug pens too.
Gotcha. You
what, black and gray. Yeah.
The Bishop Magi needles, or you?
No, Quadrant.
Team
Yeah, Quadrant, bro. You gotta go with those, bro.
Yeah. So curve mags, or
curve mags, bug pens, bro. Yeah.
Same.
Super smooth, bro.
Okay, you like the aligners too?
Yeah.
See, I told you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so, you feel like the aligners ever kind of like clog up after a while? You have to.
It's all needles.
No. This man use aligners all the time. I just want to know.
My bad.
That was a hiccup on me too.
Shit, bro. I mean, the line. I mean, shit. My experience that they always been chill, bro. They always been cool.
Can I ask you one thing though?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Are you battery or wire? Like RCA or just battery for you?
Oh, battery.
Battery.
Yeah. Yeah.
You,
what battery
holder? Or you just let it just sit on the tray?
Let it sit on the tray.
I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
You right there.
You got here. Some people like they need the fanciest,
Yeah. I was thinking about getting them trays, but I was like, man, let me keep it,
I could say $20.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what it usually is, I always wipe my liner cartridge on my paper towel and it clogs up, so I had to get like another needle to pick it back out.
Oh yeah. And I never had that.
I know I wipe my needles a lot.
Yeah. Like I do that too though, just to make sure like it's working properly. Like I wipe it on the paper towel and shit like that. But
dry on the tip.
Yeah.
The sponges are the best for that though.
Yeah.
Man, y'all can have
it.
I mean, I'm a paper towel guy, man. It's just.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I only bust out the sponges for
color.
Yeah.
I can see it saving time, like just like that, instead of having to like do this. But I'm a saving money kind of guy.
I learned that my first year. I was like, oh, you wipe this paper, especially the Viva paper towels.
Now black and gray, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It might still be black in there. We gonna dip it in the light anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, one last question. How you feel about like using AI in your tattoo designs, especially as a realism artist? I feel like
It's cool, bro. It's cool. I feel like
we ain't gonna attack.
I mean, I can see why artists probably would shit on it, only because it's like, you know, you gotta the AI to make a design or whatever. But like, I don't know, bro. I feel like there's like a
My viewpoint is changing about it now.
yeah. I feel like it's like a happy medium to that shit too, though, bro.
Right.
Like if you going all AI with it, like I don't really mess with that. But like if you know,
put your own kind of
put your own kind of twist on it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like with me, bro, I don't really use AI like that. I like most of my pictures, they come off of Pinterest, and then I take like 6 or 7 pictures, bro, and just morph them all together, bro.
Right.
You know the crazy thing about Pinterest, half of them is AI now.
Yeah, that's crazy too. Yeah, that's crazy
What I
too.
like about it, like ChatGPT, like a lot of customers my personal customers, they're actually coming to me with ChatGPT or like AI generated.
Yeah. I had a couple
So it
people
does
come
kind
on
of
that
help
too.
me.
Yeah. It's dope, bro. It's dope. I mean, just like I said, like I'm not one of them artists that's like, you know, just stuck in their old ways or whatever. So like, you know, like further down the line, that's pretty much probably gonna be what artists is using.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those. I feel like it's gonna always be a hard line. Like, I feel like artists who more into realism, maybe even illustrative too, to a point, are gonna be like, nah, AI cool. I see the advantages. And then you got your more like traditional, the super hand drawn styles are gonna be like, nah, fuck that. Like, but to me, it's like AI doesn't even like bother those styles anyway. Like, you know, you can't really get a solid like traditional or Japanese
I ain't
style
never got a
AI
solid one out of
yeah.
AI.
It's like you really only gonna get
Yeah.
like realism type shit or like maybe anime, maybe even then like it's not gonna get the character right. So you still gotta go in and like make it whatever character
Hell,
you
even
want.
something like if you did like an AI generated dragon, it's
Nah,
like,
them shit's a
you
goofy,
still
man.
gotta fucking
Yeah.
you gotta redraw that shit.
Yeah. So it's like
Just use it as base.
I don't know. It's one of those. It's gonna be a hot subject for a minute, but like you said, down the line, it's gonna be like using an iPad. Like it is what it is. Like, you know,
That probably was a conversation back in the day, iPad versus regular paper.
Oh no, that was.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers
for
was
sure.
up in arms about this.
rotary versus
sure.
coils, all that shit.
For sure.
Like, but yeah, it's the way of the world, man.
Yeah, the AI just gonna get better too. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's gonna be scary when AI can like whip up like a perfect design out the gate.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But still, you gotta be able to tattoo that shit though.
Nah, you right. right.
Yeah.
You gonna make some changes?
Yeah.
I ain't really feeling this one.
Well, the good artist gonna make change. I would say. Like, you gonna have some lazy artists who just like they ain't gonna notice like that arm is messed up. Yeah, and like the anatomy might be a little off or some shit like that. So.
Yeah.
That's a 6 finger, bro. What you talking?
Yeah, they can't get fingers right.
Nah,
Shit.
eventually they will. They kind of getting close. Like it's
I always have. I'm very optimistic about technology. Always gonna be good in the next 2 years. I'm like,
Yeah.
like Cash App. Nobody trusted that shit at first.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody like, pay me like this.
Yeah.
Nah, for real. Everybody digital now, man. It's crazy.
Man,
Yeah.
I ain't seen it.
All it take is a big
payment in a minute.
Yeah.
Nah, it's real.
Shit.
Yeah, bro. So shit. I mean, that was the list of questions, man. But before we hop off, man, you got any last statement you want to make or anything that we ain't really cover?
Projects you working on?
Nothing really, bro. I just be chilling, dog.
Grinding.
Yeah, just grinding, bro. Nah,
hoop?
bro.
Yeah,
Okay, I still hoop a little bit, bro. But like, not like I did
You
before.
think you the best hooper out of the Atlanta tattooers out here?
Nah, I don't even know. I don't think.
There's a couple ones
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, I gotta get back out there, bro.
Okay.
I gotta get back out there, and then I'll be able to see what. I ain't gonna put that out in the universe though.
We joked about that all the time. Like, like ranking a basketball player tattoo artist.
That would be fire though.
Yeah, a little
Everybody
tournament
together
or
go
something.
to.
Yeah,
That would be fire.
I'd be scared. Who is it, Cash?
Yeah,
Hey, Cash a hooper?
I think he hooped before. He definitely seemed like he hooped. But
Yeah.
Reed,
How do you hoop?
Reed definitely he hooped in college.
Yeah.
And, was Dre Gilly? He hooped in I think college too.
Was I be like,
yeah.
damn it.
Yeah.
Good jab on me.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, man. But, hey, appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah,
Like I
appreciate
say,
y'all, bro.
Bless us with a dope convo, man. A lot of gems, man. And
Appreciate
continue
y'all,
to
man.
killing it, man. Like I said, I love to see your work, bro. Good luck to you, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, likewise, man. Appreciate y'all.
Good having you,
Right,
brother.